And then he goes, well, I'm paying. What's up, guys? We back for the 3 for 3. This song right here, this song right here will definitely do the job. This is a staple. And it was on the Juneteenth album. Like, that's already a banger right there. And these niggas can sing too. Like, I was like, who it is? I remember when sin was sin. I was sold right here. I just heard that one line. All I heard that voice. I said sold. Sold. I was like, sign me up. Sign me up. All I did was add to playlist. That's all I did. I heard it. I was like, add to playlist. I don't even need to hear the like literally. That was how long? How long was that? That was like 10 seconds in. I didn't even have to hear 8 minutes and 27 seconds more. I already had that added. I didn't know how the song was ended just because of that one line. His voice, it was over. It was over. It was raps. It was raps. It was raps. I remember when sin was sin. I remember when sin was sin. Okay. And I remember when wrong was wrong. And I remember when wrong was wrong. I remember when we all fell short and got back up much quicker than the fall. Well, I'm praying that you open our eyes. I'm praying that you open our eyes again. Father, please open our eyes. Father, please open our eyes again. Let's take that back. I remember when wrong was wrong. I need the whole opening, bro. I'm sorry. I remember when sin was sin. Okay, I remember that too. And I remember when wrong was wrong. And I remember when we all fell short and got back up much quicker than the fall. Ooh, okay. Well, I'm praying that you open our eyes. I'm praying that you open our eyes again. All right, let's take that back. I remember when sin was sin, okay? I remember when wrong was wrong. I remember when we all fell short and got back up much quicker than the fall. I remember when we all fell short. So has there been a moment in your life where you fell short of something and then you just look back and you're like, yo, how did I recover from that? Like, I got back up way much quicker than it took me to fall. Like, God, you've been with me for a lot of moments. Damn, well, I'm praying that you open our eyes. So I pray that you open our eyes so you can, so we're not seeing the pictures like in like little moments, but we can see the overall pictures. Father, please open our eyes again. I feel like sometimes as human beings, certain things happen, our eyes are open, and then 2 weeks later, we're closed again. Nah, and God always has to constantly open our eyes again. Father, please open our banger. Father, please open our eyes. Father, please open our eyes again. I was like, no, why they moving like this? I was like, stop. We're supposed to be in church. Stop it, guys. I remember when the left was left. You remember when you was left? I remember when we had respect. I felt that. I remember when my mother said no. And that's exactly what she did. I love that part. That's a fact. Yo, I remember my mom said no, and she followed up with, it's because I told you so. Like, how many times, yo, you be like, yo, mom, can I do this? No, why not? Because I told you so. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo. So, yo, what I love about this album, so hear me out. He says, I remember when we had respect. So I'm gonna like diverge for a little bit, but I love that album, especially because it was on a Juneteenth album. So it was kind of made for like, don't want to make it a race thing, but a little more special towards like, African-American people, Black people. And when he says, I remember when we had respect, like there's so much about Black history that we as people don't know. Like there's a time and a place in the world where, there was kings and queens, and the people that were coming, people that was traveling just to get gold from these kings and queens were white people who used to bow on their knees, and they used to like, ask the black, pharaohs and the queens like, hey, can I get some gold? And they would give it to them. That's a history that we don't know about. All we know about is just the oppression and the bad history. We don't even know about the history where we had respect and all that stuff. Like, and not even that is, we don't gotta take it back that far. Like, there's a lot of things that, on how the world wants to perceive us. They will definitely hype up, they will magnify and blow up something that a black person does that is negatively wrong, but someone could be doing something positive over there, but they won't ever shed no light on. Like, but I'm not trying to make this that this is not that video. This is not that video. However, this song does touch on certain things, so we just can't ignore it and just like say, well, it's not it. Nah. Let's. But yo, I remember when my mom, she said it. Because I told you so. That's a fact. It's exactly what she said. That's a fact, That verse, yo, as someone that is like very pro-black, this song could also be taken to like black people as a culture. We have a history that is untold, how we see ourselves in certain things. And it's like, I'm praying that you open our eyes. Like, hey, God, can you help us as a culture, as black people? Can you help us open our eyes? Help us get our shit together. Like, this is a tough song. This is a tough song, and I love that they did this on this album, because I feel like this is one of those quadruple, quintuple entendres in this song. This is beautiful. I remember when the left was left. I remember when they left us, they said we ain't gonna be shit. Look at us now. I remember when we had respect. There used to be a time we had respect. Plenty times. I remember when my mother said no. And this is exactly what she said. Hey. Well, I'm praying that you open our eyes. I'm praying that you open our eyes again. Oh, Father, please open our eyes. And then she comes in. Ooh, she comes in and she starts talking. Oh, she does. Yes. She goes, you can take what's wrong. You can take what's wrong. You can make it right. And you can make it right. With some holy conviction. So, holy conviction, love and correction. You can take these burdens and give us ones that's light. Make it right. Make it right. You can take what's wrong. You can make. Let's take that back. Let's take that back. So she goes, you can take what's wrong. You can take what's wrong. And you can make it right. With some holy conviction, a little love and correction. You can take these burdens and give us ones that's light. So here I am, Jesus, you can make it right, yeah. So you can take what's wrong and you can make it right. Okay. With some holy conviction and a little love and correction. So with some holy conviction, to me that holy conviction kind of also means like the Holy Spirit. I'm gonna, you're gonna have the Holy Spirit with you, and with that Holy Spirit is gonna come love, but also correction. So you have to be willing to be corrected. So I think the toughest thing as human beings is like the concept of like constantly turning the other cheek. It's like be corrected. You can't be easily like wilding out, spazzing on people. Like, we got to remember humility is a form of love that is desperately missing from this world, because we're all human beings just going through the same experience. And, we got to be able to show us, if God, the person that created all of this, is showing us grace and mercy for all the fucked up shit that we done that we should probably been off for, why can't we give it to each other and we're all the same and we're not even on his playing level, and look at what he's doing for us. His son came down and was like, nah, I'm gonna be washing y'all feet. Y'all not washing my feet. I'm gonna be taking care of y'all. Y'all not taking care of me. So if they could come down and, sense lower themselves and even give us grace and mercy, why us, the lower versions, can't? Tough. I'm sorry, let's get back to it. With some holy conviction, a little love and correction, you could take these burdens. So these burdens that I got, and you could give us ones that's light. All you got to do is say, here I am, Jesus. Make it right. Make it right. Wait, stop playing. You can take what's wrong. You can make it right. You can make it right. And then they all just came in together. A little love and correction. You can take these burdens and give us ones that's light. So here I am, Jesus. Nah, she killed this. She killed this. Oh, nah, she killed that. She killed it. I'm sorry. She killed that. Nah, this, like, they had her started off, then he hopped in and they had her do the ad-libs. Yo, they bodied that. I'm sorry. I felt that. And give us what's that's like. Cause she could have just did this. And Jesus, you can make it right. Yeah. You can take what's wrong. You can make it right. So here I am, Jesus. She's like, nah, come on. Woo! Nah. Oh, she had me at the gimme. I was like, oh, yes, girl. You can make it right. I don't know who's listening, but you gotta know in your spirit, like, yo, for real. I don't know who's listening, but you gotta know in your spirit, he can make it right. God could take your burden and say, he can make it. He can make it. He can make it right. He can make it light. Bars. It don't matter how long. Y'all, it doesn't matter what the devil tries to tell you. You can make it right. Yo, it don't matter how long you been there. He can make it right. It don't matter what the devil say. It don't matter what anybody says. Anybody could be like, nah, nigga, that's foolish. You can't do that. It don't matter what anybody says. It could be your parents, your best friends, your teacher, anybody. It don't matter. Anybody says, he can make, he can make it right. He can make it right. You ought to put a smile on your face. He made it. She goes in, bro. Like, how could you not believe he can't make it right when she's singing like this, bro? I was like, you got it. There's still hope. There's still hope. And then they do this. They simmer down. They say, simmer down. Let's rewind it. So we're building this up. She's reaffirming you, like, he can make it right. She's like letting you know, like, you listen to this. You're like, damn, she right. Like, I can't, and then they go, simmer down. Come here. Let me finish talking to you. Because I don't think you heard me. I'm praying that we open our eyes. Not only me and you, but the world in general, especially black people, the world. We as the entire world got to open our eyes. Father, please open our shit, man. This is. He's still a restorer. He can make it right. I deliver right. He can make it. There's still hope. And then he goes, well, I'm praying. praying that you open our eyes. I'm praying that you open our eyes again. Father, please open our eyes. We are waiting. Father, please open our eyes again. Make sure y'all drinking y'all water. Say, serve a mighty good God. She wasn't done though. She wasn't done. She wasn't done. She was like, no. She's like, nah, come in. Not yet. She talking right now. Yo, she talking. I hear her. She's talking. She's like, there is no sin too great that God cannot rescue you from. There is no error. She talking. Like I said, as human beings, because of the things that we've done, I think we kind of like build these fences and these barriers and like misconception that like, nah, God can't, you know. I may have broken one of the 10 commandments. Like, he ain't gonna forgive me, but she's talking right now. Somebody said we can make it right. There's no sin too great that God can't forgive you of. No error that God cannot rescue you from. He can make it right. She wasn't done. Yes. Yo. Yo, she goes in. Oh my God. She was blacking. Like, she just blacking for like 5 minutes. You gotta get in the dirt. Get in there. He gonna pull you out. You gotta trust and believe he gonna pull you out. He's just that good. Yo, she went in. Much respect, yo. I felt that. Thank you. And then they go, open our eyes. Simmer down. I'm praying that you open our eyes again. Cause we really need it. Father, please open our eyes. Can you hear us singing? Father, please open our eyes. It's the little things for me. That little part right there, I love it. So they simmer down. He goes, praying that you open our eyes again. Father, please open our eyes. He goes, can you hear us singing? My voice ain't it right now. I think I like exhausted it from the last 2 songs, but these niggas was singing. Praying our eyes. I'm praying that you open our eyes again. Cause we really need it. Father, please open our eyes. Can you hear us singing? Father, please open our eyes again. And this ending part was just fun. You can make it right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can make it right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. You gon' make it right. You gon' make it right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gon' make it right. Yeah, 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 yeah. You gon' make it right. Yeah, 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 yeah. You gon' make it right. Yeah, 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 yeah. You gon' make it right. Hey, hey, hey. You gon' make it right. Hey, hey. You gonna make it right, make it right. We can do that one more time. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You will make it right. You will make it right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You will make it right. You will make it right. Yeah, 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 yeah. You will make it right. Yeah, 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 yeah. You will make it right. Yeah, 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 yeah. You will make it right. Hey, hey, hey. You will make it right. Hey, hey, hey. You will make it right. This was a beautiful song. This is a beautiful song. I really felt there was like more meanings behind this. It wasn't just as like God can make it right for you as a person, but he could also make it right for like us as the world, but also importantly, like as black people. Like, yo, I remember when sin was sin. I remember when the left was left. I remember when we had respect. I think he was talking to us as people, like, yo, you know, our history isn't our history isn't our history. It's his story. And like there was a time that's not even talked about, that's not even preached about, that's not even mentioned, you know, the time of when a black person, a black king and queen, the pharaohs were on the throne, and the people that would come in asking them for gold was people with white skin getting on their knees. Like this hieroglyph, like I'm not going, that's not the point of it, because this is about messages and empowerment. And this is one of those songs, not for those specific reasons, but just for one of the reasons, understanding like, yo, God can make it right. He can make anything right. He can. Have a good day, guys. I appreciate it. This was my 3 for 3. We done. Like, comment, subscribe. If y'all got any songs, let me know. I got to give it a listen to, you know, get the voice accustomed to it, because a nigga gonna want to sing, of course. But peace.